Okay, so this is the overview of my cell model. And so this little clear wall right here, this is the cell membrane, and I made a wall because the cell membrane surrounds and protects the inside of a cell. So it's kind of like the little barrier on the outside. And then if you go through this door right here, this is my cytoplasm, and I made like another tinier wall because it represents how there's movement throughout the cell, and so like because it wraps all the way around. And once I go over here, this little train track thing right here, this leads all the way around the inside of my cell, and this represents the endoplasmic reticulum, and I chose to make like a little transport system because the ER is a transport system for proteins, and it goes all the way around here with little carts on them. And this right here, this building represents my nucleus, and I made a library to represent it because it contains all the information about how to build thousands of proteins. And so in here you can see all of the books with all the information in them, containing all the information. And in here, this is my Golgi apparatus, and I chose to represent the GA with a little post office because it receives proteins from the rough ER and puts like kind of like shipping addresses on them. So as you can see, my endoplasmic reticulum leads all the way into here to bring the little proteins into here. And these little things right here, they have their little blocks with kind of like lanterns on them. And this represents my ribosomes, and I created little like machine stations kind of to represent how the ribosomes produce proteins, because they're like kind of like little stations set up all around that produce all of the proteins for the cell. And so this green building right here, this is my lysosome, and I made a recycling center because it carries away waste from the cell. And so inside of here I have my little like waste basket type things that get carried away from the cell. And yeah, and my last part is, this is my mitochondria, and I made like a little kind of like powerhouse to represent how the mitochondria provides energy needed to power a chemical reaction for the cell molecule. And as you can see in here, I have like little kind of torches stacked up on these blocks to like represent all the power. And so yeah, this is the overview of my cell molecule.